Hello, we're Group 2, and today we're going to present the movie Memento, focusing on the storyline, editing, and location map part. Leonard Shelby is an insurance investigator with a wife who has diabetes. He exposed a man named Sammy Jenkins who tried to lie about having a condition called anterograde dementia. Later, Leonard mixes up his story and thinks Sammy is the one who has a diabetic wife. Leonard and his wife got attacked by one day, and only Leonard survived with anterograde dementia. But Leonard is able to remember the name of escape killer, who is John G. An undercover named Teddy helped Leonard to kill the murderer, but later uses his condition to get rid of a drug dealer named Jimmy Grants. After killing Jimmy, Leonard realized Jimmy is not the right person since he spoke Sammy's name out when he's half dead. He then finds out that Teddy is using and lying to him. He exchanged properties with Jimmy and jots down Teddy's information to fake himself, thinking that Teddy is John G.
You're John G. So you can be my John G.
Leonard finds Natalie with notes from Jimmy's clothes afterwards. Natalie recognized Leonard in Jimmy's clothes and knows he is related to her boyfriend Jimmy's disappearance. She then uses Leonard to get rid of Jimmy's associate, Dodd.
What then? Love? What would you kill for? Kill for your wife, wouldn't you?
That's different.
Not to me. I wasn't fucking married to her.
Hey, don't talk about my wife.
I can talk about whoever the fuck I want. Fucking idiot.
Take it easy. This has nothing to do with me.
Well, maybe it does. How the fuck would you know? You don't know a fucking thing.
And gave Leonard Teddy's license plate. Leonard matched the pieces of information on his body and later killed Teddy in the same place he killed Jimmy. The narration line is definitely chaotic. The movie was cut into two from the middle, then further separated into total 45 clips. The first to 22nd clips are black and white, and the 23rd to 45th are colored clips. The colored part is then rearranged in reverse order. The two different clips were later scrambled together, starting with a black and white. The colorful is now reversed part narrated by his thoughts. Leonard is always awake with no memories. He is starting a new memory in every colorful clip. The most frequent narration is Leonard asking himself where he is, then catching up the situation. Audiences will think this is a time and reality.
Comes into it is that in really trying to put the audience into Leonard's mindset, you sort of enter into his confusion as to the sequence of events and also as to the overall time period that the film is taking place in.
The black and white part is now the chronological part narrated by Leonard talking through the phone. The clip is mainly Leonard talking about Sammy Jenkins' story to a person who is never revealed as John Gamble. This makes audience think the clip is old. Black and white clips and the color clips were then merged together when Leonard killed Jimmy and took a picture. When he's flicking the photo, it turns from black and white to a colorful scene. This hints the intersection of memory flashback with reality. Besides that, there's also a subplot about Leonard and his wife during the night when being attacked by two junkies. It is mostly revealed by using flashbacks. They hold important messages, such as telling the audience the tale of that night, like death of wife, and why Leonard wanted to find John G so desperately. While watching this film, audiences often feel confused about mixed up order and the repeated scenes. It feels like the audiences are being played and scammed by every surroundings and every piece of information they believed, just like what Leonard was experiencing. It is believed that the producers wanted to simulate the condition of Leonard for the audience. The narration holds an important part as well. Non-linear narrative or being used frequently, with restrictive narration along with it. Restrictive narration is when film's narration reveals one character's thoughts and feelings. This way, narration causes suspense in Memento because Leonard often does not even know where he is or what he is supposed to be doing, and his thoughts reflect his confusion to the audience, trying to put the story's pieces together drew Leonard like a puzzle. Since Memento is a repetitive movie, most events happen in particular locations. Even though this movie has a lot of twists in its plot and storyline, the locations are not diverse. They are more likely to be repetitive. There are 10 total locations placed in this movie, which are Discount Motel, Abandoned Building, Natalie's house, Freddy's bar, Sammy's house, aka Leonard's house, Leonard's car, Leonard's office, Sunland, Mount Crest Inn, then Tattoo Shop. Chronologically, main character Leonard moves from his office and meets the client Sammy and wife of Sammy. Leonard goes to Sammy's house, which later unveils that it is Leo's house. Time changes to present. Leonard wakes up at a discount motel, then there he calls to the phone and explains what he knows. He later goes to a tattoo shop, then gets information that he is getting controlled by corrupt police. Leonard headed to Freddy's bar and meets Natalie. After talking to Natalie, he goes back to his car and meets Teddy, who is known to be corrupt police later. They headed back to motel, split up there. Leonard goes to the park and burns his pictures with his wife. While the way back, Leonard is getting chased by Dot. He fainted Dot in the Mount Crest Inn with a wine bottle. Leonard meets Teddy again there and hears the truth from the inn owner. They then drive to the abandoned building, and the place Leonard kills Teddy.
The problem was mental, not physical.
Among this storyline, some places are repeated, such as Discount Motel or Sammy's house. These two places are the most important locations in this movie due to two different reasons.
She looks into his eyes and sees the same person.
Firstly, the motel is an important place, since in that place, Leonard is telling a story about him and Sammy there, which he mixes up the story about him and Sammy. Also, he mainly gets information there. He gets to know that he has tattoos all over his body, and he figures out who the man in the picture is. So, following this concept, the motel is used as a sanctuary for Leonard's memory. He finds his memories back in the motel and gets to know who he is, and the story starts from the motel and ends at the motel. Secondly, Sammy's house. In this movie, Sammy's house, later known to be Leonard's house, is used as a motif of confusion and mixed up memory. In this movie, when Sammy's house comes out, it is story of Leonard, as told. Leonard does not have clear memories about his past, and results into the confusion that a drug dealer called John G killed his wife, but it was actually done by himself. By the time he finds the truth, Sammy's house isn't called Sammy's house, and it is finally called by its name, Atdena. The reason why this movie is so memorable is because of its non-linear story presentation. Memento has such a unique, non-linear narrative structure because it is so matched the character of Leonard Shelby.
And the story is told in as subjective a way as we were able to do. We really tried to put the audience into the head of the protagonist and make them experience some of his confusion and uncertainty. And
But in the end, comes to full circle with Leonard's drew, multiple story plots, restrictive narration, and many close-ups of clue. Audiences could also feel the emotions when they found out that Leonard and they are being played by others when the truth reveals.
Now, where was I?